Hey everyone, it's Super Bro Alex. For those of you who don't know who I am and what I do, because I don't know whether or not a lot of people are going to be trafficked into this video, but it has been my pleasure, and it has been like a big passion of mine to create content revolving around gaming, cosplay, anime, and just hanging out with friends and talking about the games that I love. And you know that I'm a very passionate Nintendo guy. I have been on the YouTube platform since the 2010s era. And even though I started off very cheap and I was pointing my camera at a TV screen while playing video games, I eventually upgraded it into better content, and I added a lot more quality to the videos when I was fresh out of film school. And to see what just happened with Mr. Beast and his decision to promote an AI tool. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us know how AI is basically ruining the aspect of creativity, and it has been since 2023, 2024, but it's a lot more egregious now. To see this and to see a YouTuber with not even like 1,000 videos on his channel. No, he has about like a more than 800 at the most. Yeah, he doesn't even have 1,000 videos, but he's got 408 million subs on his channel. And it's just like to see YouTube's like biggest top dog, or whatever term we want to use for this sort of thing, to see him do this, it's gonna raise a lot of problems. And I don't know. This is really hard for me to talk about, and none of this is scripted, but I'm going to try my best. But it just like it uh, I'm actually like very sad about it, and frustrated, and actually kind of angry too, like genuinely furious. He's most known for his game shows that he puts a lot of money into, and a lot of production into, and there's like a lot of controversies behind that. He tried to rip off Squid Game and literally have a bunch of poor people compete for like about $100,000 or something. Basically the exact opposite of what Squid Game itself was trying to teach and to warn. Um, he's infamous for collaborating with two other big YouTubers to create, I guess, a healthier alternative to the Lunchables brand. And I know that has seen their own controversies. And I'm not going to spend too much time going over, who MrBeast is as a person and as a YouTuber and a content creator, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other videos covering that subject already. And I'm pretty sure you guys already know about all the many controversies that Jimmy himself is in. And right now, I just want to focus on his most recent decision and how it's going to tarnish everything that the platform was once known for and should still be known for. Look, Jimmy, you want to manipulate the system? Fine. Uh, you want to make big productions? Fine. You want to make more business and brand deals? Whatever, do you. But this crosses the line. And this makes it infinitely harder for people like me to grow on the platform. And before you come at me with the whole, oh, well, why don't you just jump on it anyways? You won't regret it. No, I'm not. I'm not throwing myself to these scummy business practices, especially since that this AI tool that he's launching to generate video thumbnails, he's asking for like $80. You could spend $80 on literally anything else, or even less than that. But this, it's a ripoff. And like, I guess you could do worse, but this is ridiculous. This is egregious. Being a content creator isn't about like raking in loads and loads of viewers and getting as much subs as you can, and like it's not about that. It's about being there to just chill and hang and just get to know people who like the same things, and just everyone coming together to enjoy something. You know, you can stick around for the vibes, you know, you can joke around with each other, and you can all come together to, you know, take out a troll in the chat, you know, that kind of thing. I'm so glad that I pretty much grew up in that era of YouTube where, you know, creativity was the key. And even if you weren't like the best at writing jokes, or if you know, you were just having fun playing games and you had just this uplifting personality that people can kind of resonate with, that's what mattered. But now, with people like MrBeast, it's just like, you know, every time he reaches a milestone, it's just like, hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for 1,000,000,000,000,000,000 subs. I'm giving $100 million to the, I guess, 1,000th viewer who clicks on this, or likes this, or shares this, or, yeah, now it's become all about that. And this needs to stop. And the fact that he's stooped to this low of using an AI-generated tool, there's still YouTubers out there who care about quality and creativity, and the most importantly, fun. They don't see their fans as numbers, or they don't really see it as an opportunity to get more famous or more popular. No. I watch people like, you know, let's say the Party Crashers. All those guys are, they basically bring back the vibes of like the Vanoss era of YouTube, where it's just like four best friends playing video games together and just genuinely having a good time, and doing certain challenges while playing games, and just that kind of content just kind of brings back that same feel of when I watched YouTube, and this is the kind of stuff that I log onto YouTube for. But MrBeast, it's just, I don't really like, when I look at him, yeah, I see a very charismatic guy, but I also see something very, very sinister underneath. Like my nephew used to watch the heck out of MrBeast, and even back then I just thought, you know, there's just something about this guy that really rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. He just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because yeah, I know that he's done, you know, charitable work, and I bet that he has done some, you know, very good things, but I'm not a fan of him. I don't follow him, so I don't know exactly all the details. And yeah, maybe it's not my place to judge, but I just didn't really click whenever I watched his videos. I couldn't, whenever I click on one of his videos, I just lose interest within the first 10, 20 seconds, because I just realized that, you know, maybe this content just isn't for me. But just the fact alone that it's just like with the Paul brothers all over again, to where a majority of the fan base and follower base is young children. Even kids deserve better content. I work part-time at a grocery store during, you know, some days. And whenever like conversation gets to a point where I'm just like, oh, hey, I'm a YouTuber on the side, and parents bring their kids shopping with them. Their kid is on their iPad or on their phone, and if they're not watching like, I guess, content farms or whatever, they're probably watching MrBeast. And the very moment there was one day where I let it out that I was also a YouTuber, and the kid overheard that, and he's like, you know, like, oh, you're a YouTuber? How many subs do you have? Have you ever heard of MrBeast? He's the greatest YouTuber in the world. I want to be just like him. And when I heard that, I'm just like, kiddo, no, you don't. You know, we need better role models. And this sort of stuff that MrBeast is doing with promoting AI, actively promoting like the devolving of creativity, it's just, I don't think it's really worthy. And as I already said on all my platforms, MrBeast is not worthy of being like YouTube's top dog right now. And I miss those days, okay? Maybe I'm just getting old, but I miss the days where, YouTube actually acknowledged and celebrated the YouTubers who left a positive impact. And I know that there's still VidCon, and I know there's some YouTubers like Smosh and Rosanna Pansino and Markiplier who still hold their core values to heart. And I still have much respect for those people. But maybe times have changed, and now it's just like YouTube is really raking in everything from just straight up slop. And I've never really like conformed into like brain rot content or whatever. And I try to make it to where my nephew steers clear of that too. As much as I think some AI voices are funny, I think it does no justice whatsoever. Like there's these AI videos that I've seen of like, Sonic Adventure and AI doing the voices of the characters in different scenarios and having them sing songs, which, sometimes that's like funny for like one time, but after that, if that just keeps going, then it's just like, you know what? You are actively destroying the work that the original voice actors did. Especially since, voice acting takes a lot of work and a lot of practice. And yeah, it just does the creators no justice. So, if this is really how you want to run things on YouTube, then you at least gotta have some respect. I know that a lot of this is done for, like, his business and, he is, this is his job and everything, but that's really what YouTube shouldn't be. I mean, Jacksepticeye himself said it when, he said that when it comes to MrBeast, YouTube becomes all about the money and the popularity rather than the fun. And I really enjoy what I do. I mean, yeah, I may not make the most quality content, but I really enjoy what I do. I like to play games, I like to provide commentary over them. I recently I recently had the courage to shoot my shot at video game reviews. Like I did a Sonic Superstars video previously. And another thing that I really love doing is attending conventions and making vlogs out of them. But I don't make vlogs out of, the reasons that you think. I mean, I go there because I genuinely want to support the artists, cosplayers, and even the con runners who put a lot of love and effort and how they actually care about the community. And I want to help spread that positivity too. If anything, one of my goals as a content creator is to aim to bring people together, to hopefully have us all come together as humans. And I've learned a lot over these years. Ever since I moved to a bigger city and attended these events, I've been surrounded by the most awesome people. And like, I didn't really care about, the popularity aspect or like I never really like conformed to the whole clout contest factor that has been plaguing this community. But that's besides the point. AI has just been tarnishing everything that creators on the platform have been striving for. Like, I spent 4 years, 4 entire years as a film student because I wanted to learn how to become a better editor, a better videographer, a better cinematographer, a better artist. I wanted to improve my image manipulation. Yeah, MrBeast can say what he will about, Photoshop being tedious and everything, but it's so satisfying once you learn how to properly manipulate images to your liking. And it's also unfortunate that the Adobe programs that I use for both thumbnail design and video editing is promoting AI too. And I, for one, do not even bother with those features in the slightest because it's just like it's gonna make it seem like my 4 years of studying film all go to waste. I have too much dignity. I have too much integrity. I don't want to throw myself towards like the work being done for me when I've already learned so much. I want to show what I have learned. I want to be creative. I want to put my own spin on things. So, with that being said, I'll end off this video by saying, thanks a lot, Mr. Beast. You have officially made YouTubers' work much harder. And you are effectively supporting the decline of creativity.